So I'm in my greenhouse and I am planting some of my tomatoes. This is a black Krim tomato. I thought I'd take a second really quick and go over how I planted tomato. So I went ahead and I've dug a hole. It's fairly deep because I plan on planting all the way up to here. I'm gonna plant the whole stem of this tomato because all of these little hairs on this plant will be able to turn into a root system, and it will just give the tomato a better start. So in order to get the plant out of the container, what I do is I support the stem by putting my fingers like this, and then I just kind of push on the sides and make sure it's loosened. And then I just kind of, this one's not super overgrown, but I just kind of loosen the roots so that way some of them are pointing out instead of just all bunched up. Okay, so once you have your tomato out, you're going to go ahead and put it in the hole. Okay, so now that the tomato is in the hole, we're going to backfill it. Once you put a tomato in the soil, or any plant for that matter, you want to do a quick watering. This soil was already pretty damp because I had just watered my greenhouse, but after you plant anything, you want to water the plant in. You want to water the plant in after you plant anything because that allows you to remove all of the air pockets that are in that soil that you created by disturbing it, and allows the root system to be able to have contact with all of the soil. This tomato looks a little funny. I made a really big mistake this year, and I was trying to harden off some of my tomatoes, and I left them outside all night. I got wrapped up in helping my kid make his birthday invitations and helping my daughter with some of her homework, and before I knew it, it was bedtime. We did our routine. I woke up the next morning, saw the temperature, and realized I had really messed up. It's got a lot of frost damage. So all of the original leaves, like this is the stem of one of them, shriveled up and died. There were some sunflowers that my son had planted over the top of a lot of my plants, and those took the main hit of that frost damage, and so this was able to recover a little bit. This is all the offshoots that you would typically cut off. So I'm just going to plant this, and I'm going to see what we get out of it, if it stays, if it succeeds or not. This is a green zebra tomato. This is one of my favorite tomatoes, so I'm really excited that at least one of them survived. So again, I'm gonna go ahead and plant this up to here. I'm gonna leave the rest of this growth just because this is already a damaged plant. It looks like it's doing really great, but I don't wanna take any chances. So I'm going to support the sides of it with my fingers and then just slowly take it out of its container. I'm going to work up the roots a little bit just to keep them from trying to circle around each other. This one actually looked like it had a little bit of water damage. I must be keeping these plants too wet. They're in my greenhouse, which dries out really fast, and so I think I'm overcompensating, but we're gonna go ahead and plant this. I'm gonna show you I have the hole dug already. I'm just gonna go ahead and put that tomato in there. I think that'll be about there. Move all this dirt back. Some of these are too close to the soil than I really appreciate, but we're gonna just give it the best shot it can, and then if I need to do some pruning in the future, I will. Remember, go ahead and water that in. Get all those air pockets out of the soil. I'm going to do that at one shot moving forward now. I'm going to get everything planted and then go ahead and water it in after the fact. But just don't forget to water them in, remove all those little air pockets in the soil.